you know, anybody who's out there, this is a great tour. It's coming to a city near you.
That's right, folks. The MZWST Tour. Here we are, streaming the Top Gun event. And look, he is limping. We're going to start this match now between Frank Robutz and Paul Silva. And Frank, it's just been recently discovered that, boy, he's got a broken foot.
Yeah, he's wearing a boot.
And he's literally limping around the table, so...
Yeah, it won't bother him. He's just got a lot of heart.
Well, Paul Silva is going to get the lag and the first break.
I've noticed here they're playing on a diamond table here. And the rest of the tables are gold crowns, and so it's a little different for the players to watching all these players practice on the other table. So I don't know if these guys have played in this table at all this week.
Yeah, there is going to be a little bit of adjustment between the gold crowns and the diamond. So
you play over here, Daniel. So what do you think of the difference of these tables?
Well, I do know that the shelf on the diamond is deeper. You do have to kind of hit the middle of the pocket, and they will rattle on you. There are times where, when you're using, playing on a gold crown, you can cheat the pocket quite a lot, You can come off the rail and go into the corner, cutting a ball into the corner pocket. But on these diamonds, you better be careful. You look for the middle of the pocket most of the time.
Yeah. I've noticed in some of the tour stops that, like Modesto, they played in, they're all diamond tables. And, so every stop has different equipment, so the players have to adapt to it.
Mm-hmm. Just going to leave you for just a second. Just find out when it's racing.
Yeah. You probably noticed that Frank is limping around there a little bit, but it doesn't seem to bother him. A lot of great players here today. Santos is here. A lot of really good players. I don't think that 3 was open, but he got away with it. So he may elect to just clip off the three ball and bring the white back down by the 6, or maybe go back the far end and run into the 3 ball. If you can see the 3. I think that may be a foul, or yeah, he called a foul. He hit the 4 ball. So let's see how Frank is playing here. All the balls are open here. I think the hardest shot here is to try and get shape back onto the 8 after the 7, so I think he's no problem getting on the 6 here. So May like to just follow through and take the 7 in the corner pocket. There you go. It's a little hard to get back up here, so it's a drawback and hopefully not scratching the center. You notice there he tried to draw back a little bit too much and avoid scratching in the center. You missed the puck. I think he's perfect on the 8 right here. Good shot. Yeah, Paul came down from his set and Frank came up from the Bay Area, and these guys qualified under 32. So that's 1-0 Paul. You probably noticed that these players are using the turtle rack on their breaks here. Frank elects the break from the center, so let's go break. He's on the 1, and hopefully he can come back up for the 2. A little bit on the wrong side of it. Hopefully he'll be able to probably draw back here. It's a good shot. I can't really see from here if Frank's in the way, but he may have hooked himself behind the 9 ball. Digging on the 4.
By the way, folks, this is an even race to 7.
Yeah, he could have clipped that. That's a good shot by Frank there. I've noticed around the room a lot of good matches going on now. You know, I see Melissa is playing over there. I think she's the only lady who qualified, correct there?
Yes, she is. And another side note, too, on that is she receives $500 before, being the top female of the whole tour.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
I've noticed that in some of the stops there was a lot of women who have entered.
Yeah, there were. We saw, who did we see? We saw Trin Liu, Barbara Lee, Melissa Herndon. We saw Lila Woodland.
Yeah, there was a lot, and I've seen that. It's good to see it. She just won the first game against Jaynard. It's a good shot by Frank here. Frank has a fireball, come back down for the 6, and one of the things that he's having a hard time standing on his left foot, so he's using the bridge a lot, I've noticed.
A good drawback.
Yes.
Melissa Herndon is starting a match with Jaynard Orkay. Attila Bejdan is playing Philip Prentice. Santos Sambajon is in the back playing Kevin May. Rodney Wynn still playing Dave Hema. Ramin Bakhtari. Uh-oh, Frank.
He's got to make sure then, because there's a natural shape on that 10 ball. Just so Frank is down 2-0. That's 2 games that Frank had a chance to win there. And he missed the 9 in this game, and he missed the 8 in the previous game. You can't do that.
No.
Instead of being 2 up, you're 2 down. That's. But Frank's a fighter. He'll on table 6, Bo needs the last 2 balls to. Jason Williams conceded on the 9 ball.
What did they raise him? Oh no, that's 7 games. That's 7 games. Jason Williams still trying to make a comeback. It's now 7-4 against Bo Runningen.
I think what happened there, I think he may have fouled the ball right there. He touched the cue ball while he was on the 8, and I thought it was a concede. I looked over there, and then Jason was on the 10. So a little bit of mistake there. So it's 7-4 in that match.
Yeah, Frank rattles a 2.
you have to hit the ball perfect on this table. I've noticed that it's just.
Well, yeah, it's just like I was saying, you know, the diamond tables will, look at that. Did you see that? Another one. Treacherous.
Any sort of spin there, it's just like it's spinning out of the pocket. This game will humble you.
Oh, yes, it will. This table will humble you. Very nice kick. One pocket shot there, and I believe he called that shot. Very good shot by Frank.
Frank plays a bit of one pocket, so he's not afraid to go for them shots.
Well, for his sake, let's hope he can take the rest of the rack and redeem himself from the last two fatal misses in the last two games. He's got to watch his speed, too. Are you seeing that?
Wow, yeah. Well, he got a little bit of a break there. He's on the 4, so I'm afraid he may be running into the 9 or a 10 here. Maybe he may be able to squeeze two between the two of them.
Oh, he's bumping balls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this one, Robbie.
Yep.
Robbie, he could just make this and then combo the 8-10 in, couldn't he?
He may have to. I don't know how much he has. If he rolls it in, or it depends on how confident he is. He may have to come up back over 2 rails, or he may just elect just to roll in, or draw it back a little bit, maybe.
Oh no!
That's the second ball that he has missed in that pocket.
You know what I think's happening, Robbie? He's second guessing himself.
Yeah.
And you know, it's got to be a confidence factor.
Well, you're trying to make perfect shape, and then you're forgetting to make the ball. And yeah, I think he should have came off that 2 rails. And
well, now Paul gets another gift
because the 8 opened down the end too, so he didn't really have to make that 10 ball combo. So Frank left another ball hanging. So here we go. It's 3-0. How many matches are they going to play up to today? 2 on the winning side, probably?
I just spoke with Desiree Rivera. They're going to play down to the final 8 players today. So 24 players here will be eliminated. But, you know, everybody's to be congratulated here because they all fought hard to get here, you know.
Yeah, and it was a pretty close race, you know, around the 32, 33, 34, 35, and there was a lot of guys who were really fighting. And one of the things they were talking about, if they would have played one more tournament, and so I think they know for next year that they play a couple of more tournaments. So some people who thought they would have got in didn't get in. So
that's quite true. I mean, if you take, for example, you take Jason Williams, you know, finishing what 9th through 12th at the Modesto stop was his only insurance of getting into the Top Gun event. But then again, at the last minute, you know, we found out about a few cancellations. So I think actually we ended up calling player number 37 or 38. I'm not sure, but I'd have to double check that with Desiree Rivera.
Yeah, I mean,
and, you know, there's some people in this event that squeaked by. Chris Van Gray, a well-deserving player, but obviously didn't play enough stops, and he barely made it in at the last minute. He was number 34 in line.
Yeah, so guys were happy that other people couldn't make it too. So
yeah,
it's so next year people should take in mind that you play as many tour stops as they can, to get into this tournament.
Well, yeah, it's what we literally mean that, grab your cue and head west,
Yeah.
Vilmos Foldish, he came from Hungary to play on the West Coast. Done a great job. He's the #1 ranked player on the tour. Next to Bo Runnigan, who is #2. Oscar Dominguez, #3. Incidentally, I want to remind you guys to check out the new website for the MZWST Tour. Go to MZWSTtour.com. You'll find all the rankings and a brief article on each tour stop that happened this season. Along with the online store where the Turtle Rack is now available. You can also get Zan tips and MZWST Tour merchandise, t-shirts, and polos. So,
Yeah, Daniel, this is great that, this is, a lot of people can only see these tournaments and, going online. So, Daniel and Geraldine puts a lot of time in for this, and you need to be commended for it. You have the best of equipment here in front of you, and it's great. So, I know I support it, and it's the only way that a lot of people can get to see some of this stuff. So,
the dreaded 8-ball again, Robbie.
yes, this is another game that Frank's having a hard time closing out some of these games. So. At this angle, I don't know if he can see it. It looks like he can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Robbie, for the compliment, too. We've come a long way in the online streaming world, and it's only fitting that when we have the opportunity, we do things like, make upgrades, add cameras, and try to provide better coverage, and, Okay, now we get to see a little.
This could be the turning point of this game. It's, this could be the turning point of this match here.
Sure,
so if I can make this,
you never know. Oh my goodness!
I think there's a little bit of pressure on these guys, yeah. And these guys play a lot better than that, so. See how that 10 ball, you put a little bit of spin on it, it's just going to come out. So Frank has a second chance at this 10 ball. I was just saying there, Daniel, if you hit these pockets with a little bit of spin, it's just the ball just doesn't want to take it. So it's good. Good for the players. You need to bear down. That's a good shot by Frank right there.
Meanwhile, I just wanted to quickly toggle over to Jason Williams, who just had a real tough decision to make on the 9-ball of his game with Bo Runnigan. Bo Runnigan now looking at the 9, and he pointed his cue at the corner pocket, not necessarily to call it, but probably just considering it.
This is a big game here now on that with Jason and Bo from going for,
Did someone tell you Bo was going to 9 games? He's going to 8, I think.
Is it? I don't know.
He's ranked a semi-pro.
Okay, so
Safety battle here. And Bo's just going to put it right back to him. We're going to watch this safety battle here for a minute. The score now is 3-1. Frank is trailing Paul.
Jason could bank this, just bring the white down the far end. That's it. It's a tough shot.
Oh, he's gonna woof it. Oh no. Well, he's left Bo wide open. It looks like Bo's poised to close this match out.
Well, I think he's bridging over the 10 here, so. No, he's not. He's fine.
No, he's got plenty of room. That's going to be all she wrote. Perfect shape on the 10. Jason is not the kind of guy to get up and shake his hand early, is he? No conceding anything here.
He shakes his head early, but
3 7/8 inch pockets.
Yeah.
So that'll do it for Jason Williams. Gets knocked out of his first match here at the MZWST Tour. Quickly now, back over to Frank Robutz, who concedes ball in hand to Paul Silva. Doesn't know what to do with the safety situation, so Paul will take ball in hand as if to say, go ahead, run this out. Let me see you do it, right?
Is there a three foul rule in here?
Yes, there is a 3 foul rule.
So he may elect to play safe here to stick him right behind that 9 ball. It's a good shot right there. And the balls are very close together. If he does miss, he'll. But I think this may be an easy shot for Frank to hit. Just.
Wow. I'd love to see this. Whoa, what a great kick that was.
Yeah.
That was exciting to see him kick it with man, I feel bad for him though. He's limping. Gosh.
Yeah, he drove all the way down too from Northern California to play in this tournament.
And he's up near you guys, right?
Yeah.
He's well known as as a pool player. He's pretty well known up there, but he's also well known to all visitors of the Chuck Markoulis event, where you can always find Frank Robutz playing guitar in the back of the parking lot there at the seating area at Hard Times Billiards in Sacramento. He's a great guitar player and singer, and everybody just hangs out all weekend and has a little jam session. It's great.
Yeah, I was up there a couple of weeks ago, played in a tournament, and Mike Massey played in the tournament. Like Mike Massey get out there with his guitar and playing a lot of Johnny Cash songs, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Johnny is, Mike Massey is very good on the guitar. Very good. Very, very good.
He's got. Oh, I've seen him singing on YouTube. Yeah. He's got great charisma too.
Yeah.
Maybe incidentally, Mike Massey will be playing at the Andy Mercer tournament in Las Vegas. Maybe catch a couple moments with him on guitar. Who knows? We'll try to find one for him.
I think he brought his own that day, but he says he loves Johnny Cash, so he's played a lot of Johnny Cash songs. Yeah, I'm trying to elect to play safe here, and that was a pretty good shot. If it's not left over the center pocket. Oh, it's pretty good. A lot of balls tied up here. The 10 and the 5 and the 2. He can probably clip off the 2 here, but the 2 may just drift towards the center pocket if he hits this off. Oh, he's playing on the side, so maybe it is open. So he got a ball in hand, and he's on the 2 ball. Obviously, it doesn't go into that corner, the center pocket, so he elects to go to the corner pocket. Wow. And he got away with it there. Is it me or are these guys playing a little quick? It seems like they're playing a little quick there, Daniel. So it's I don't know if they're a little nervous.
Be a little bit of Maybe a little hasty, these guys are. Or, I don't know about hasty, but
you know, it's easy for us sitting here watching and how easy it is, but these guys have, you know, these are amateur players who just worked hard to get to this place, and they, you know, this is probably the first, you know, big tournaments that they've played in.
yeah, exactly.
But the amount of experience that these guys will get from this is immense.
Remote goes to 9, Justin goes to 7. Table 6, Bob drops, Tommy lifts. Table 6, Bob drops, Tommy lifts. Table 6, Ian race to 7, skate around.
I see Reed beside us here. He's getting ready for his match soon, and he's sitting around waiting for his first match. Reed is from Northern California. Is that right? Reed from Mountain View, I think he's from.
Yeah, Reed. Reed, I met Reed. He was a houseman over at California Billiard Club. I think he lives up in your area, though.
Yeah,
too,
Mountain
doesn't
View, I
he?
think, yeah. Got a little bit out of shape here on the 6th. So he's a little frustrated. Maybe I'd like to put this white ball up behind the 10 or the 7. He missed it. He tried to thin it and he missed it. So a real good chance for Frank to get back here. He was 3 down. He's 3-1 down now.
Bit of a scrappy match, right?
Yeah. As I said, it seems like they're playing very quick. Maybe. No. Just a natural shot right here. Just get on to 7. You know, have to hit it hard. Yeah, he should have never touched that 9 ball. He's gonna come around 2 rails here. No, 1 rail, just. This is a big turning point in this match here. He makes this, and
Yeah, it's harder to come back from 4-1, isn't it, than it is 3-2. And you know what? Did you notice him
Good
bear
shot.
down a little more
yeah,
on that? That was
he
nice.
took his time. I think he realized that, you know, maybe it was just the early start jitters and just trying to force stuff, and still electing to play in the corner here. It's personally, I like these diamond tables in the middle. The pocket seems to be bigger in the middle. You know, seem to. That's my preference, but yeah, that's. He hit it real hard just to force it, and he got fortunate enough to maybe got a little safe. He may elect to cut this. Ten ball in. He overcut it, and if this gets a good bounce, it's a good. There you go. You know, Frank missed a shot. He got he fired at it, and he got lucky. He got not safe, but he left him a tough cut. And so Frank's back to 3-2. He was 3 down, back up to 3-2. So he's feeding off that. There was a ball in the fourth game that turned this around, and you can see he just came back and won the next 2 games. Just noticed that Tommy Lips is going to be playing on table 6. Tommy recently moved to Las Vegas.
Yes, he and Christy Lips, they moved. They were married about a year and a half ago, and they moved. So you guys don't see them anymore, do you?
No, we won't. We lost one of our ring players.
Oh, he was he one of them?
Yeah, he played in our ring game on Wednesday nights. And I think he moved because he couldn't handle the pressure, maybe. No, that's a joke.
Well, there's something to be said for living in Las Vegas. The cost of living is much lower.
Yeah, I like to visit Las Vegas. Moving, you know, from coming from Ireland, that really just that heat just gets, you know, too much for me. But that's probably the 4th ball that Frank has missed in that left pocket, you know. So Daniel, you know, it's like there's always a pocket when you feel like you're not playing well and you start thinking a little bit too much and you're playing well. It doesn't matter, you know, about that pocket. But that's a lot of balls that'll be missing that pocket.
A little two-way action for Paul, who's going to hook Frank behind the 4-9.
I've noticed that they started a couple of one-loss matches on different tables, so some people may be going home early, so they're really pushing to get that last 8 people to come back tomorrow. So I would suggest, you know, tune in tomorrow. What time does it start tomorrow at, Daniel?
Nobody has told me anything. I would imagine final 8 players, they would probably let people sleep in and come in at noon, I would imagine.
Yeah. So if you're looking to watch some good pool tomorrow, check it out. I know Daniel will probably tell you later on exactly what the times are.
Absolutely. As soon as we know, you guys will know. And that's just the way we like to do it here.
Or if you're not too far away, just drive down.
That's right. It's a very small admission to come in, only $5. And I think the owner, Eddie Oregwin, has some additional food items for this special event for sale. Got a question in the chat room asking what part of Ireland you're from.
I'm from Dublin, Ireland. Came here in 1986. Played a lot of snooker over there. Played, quit for 23, 24 years and took up pool because I felt like it was easier than playing snooker. No, but yeah, I played a lot over there. Played with at my age now. I played with the Ken Doherty's, Alex Higgins, and all them guys, and who basically turned that game around over there. So. Big sport over there. So, pool is it's big. Yeah, it's picking up over there. It's
American pool. When we say pool, monster stroke from Paul. But then look what he just did.
Well, let's see how Frank here bears down on this. And this is that pocket that has been his nemesis. Now he's taking his time here and. He just has to roll it in. He's got a natural shape on the 9 ball. There's that pocket again. That's probably 6 or 7 balls that Frank has missed in that pocket. While you were working on your computer there, Daniel, Frank missed the 8 ball over that left pocket again.
He's struggling. He's struggling with the closeout, you know. I think his focus is really a question. He's going to get another chance here. I don't know if that 9 ball is completely covered by the 10.
I think he may be able to just clip off it.
So you're from Dublin. You know, it reminds me of that joke why the Irish population is so big. Because it keeps Dublin and Dublin.
Keep Dublin and Dublin and Dublin. Dublin's a big city. You know, Ireland has the youngest population of people under 30 years of age in Europe. So,
no kidding.
Yeah.
Last time I was in Dublin, I couldn't. I saw that great big needle they had built. You know.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh. But apparently, Dublin's done really well for itself in the past 10 years, 10, 15 years, turned itself around, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. I mean, in Dublin is probably, in Ireland, basically, I think it was probably the second biggest producer of software in the world.
Yeah, huge.
Biggest pharmaceutical problems. And yeah, so they're, when you have a young population, they're well educated. And when I left, there was no jobs at all. So it's... I came to the land of opportunity, but you got to quit this, game. And
speaking of opportunity, Paul's taking his opportunity to chalk up his 4th game. Now it's now 4-2. It's pretty hot in here today, isn't it?
Actually,
it's hot and dry. It's not hot and humid like it usually is.
Yeah, it's warm outside, but I've noticed that they've done a good job of putting up some fans on the left-hand side of the room.
Good. Yes, I see that.
It's cool over there where all the bleachers are. But on this side where you're sitting, Daniel, you're basically in a sauna.
Yeah, exactly. Right next to my computer, which is
warm,
permeating heat. And there you go. See, Paul just wiped the sweat off his brow.
Mm-hmm. That was a good break. Yeah, 3 ball went in the corner pocket, and the 2 just goes up and lines up against the 10. So I don't know if the 2.
Just a second, real quick. Just want to show you this jump shot. Back to our story. Thank you, Robbie.
Okay. Oh. Was I supposed to duck there? Is it?
What you want?
Was I supposed to duck?
yeah, it was going our way, wasn't it?
There's a newsflash. Everybody's okay.
Yeah, we're all right over here.
So in this game here, Paul is up 4-2 against Frank, and Paul Silva, from Mezz.
Nice kick.
I think it's these guys' first match, so they're a little bit nervous. And
yeah, this is a winner's side match. And speaking of which, I have to do my duty. We are updating a real-time live bracket, so I have to constantly take pictures of the bracket. And the wonderful Geraldine Thibodeau is updating that live bracket. You can find that live bracket on my website, POVPOOL.com. You'll find the bracket.
Yeah, Daniel's very busy here, running around, looking at the brackets, making sure the information's out to everybody. And there's a lot of people watching this who've played in the Mezz tournaments all over the state who didn't make it here, but are watching some of the players and thinking, I should have beat this guy or whatever. But it's good. So I think on the website, for the Mezz website, they're going to come out with the schedule for next year. I like a posting there, leprechauns in the house. I've noticed that someone posted I gave you a snooker cue. You must be Daniel. Not me. So Paul's on a 5 right here, so he may elect just come over by the 10 and have a. Oh, does it? I can't see from the angle here, but he may elect just to roll the 6 ball down. And I think he's okay. I think he can just come off there. That's a good shot. It should be a formality here. That's a good shot. Well, should say that was a good bank. You notice that he was overstretching there. I've noticed that a lot of pool players don't like to use the bridge, and personally, I grew up with a bridge. I should have strapped it to my back because it's on 12-foot tables, so you can learn how to play that. And but he made that 10 ball, but so Frank has a tough comeback here. He's 5-2 down, had his chances, and neither player has really got going here. Sometimes some players get a little nervous when they're on the stream, or but Frank is dealing with a lot of, he's saying he has under a lot of pain. He broke his foot, and he's limping around, and the heat in here may not be helping either with it. I'm not making excuses for him, but it's anybody who has ever broken their foot. It's there's never a comfortable place to stand or sit, or so. So Frank came up dry on this break here. The balls are fairly open. 7 and the 8 is on the end rail, but I don't think that would be a problem. As I said, they seem to be playing a little bit quick here, but let's see if Frank can make some balls here. Can't really see the angle here, but he's a little straight. Maybe the drawback for the 2. It's a good shot. I don't know if that 4 ball goes in the left-hand pocket, but he may be running into the 7 here probably, or the 8. But he's still on the tree. He has a good angle to play the tree ball in the right corner pocket and come across and play the 4 in the same pocket. Oh, he elected to. Obviously, that 4 does go. Maybe it goes. I don't know. It's hard to say if that 4 goes past the 5. Higgins was a beast. Yes, he was. I had the opportunity to play a lot with him. I could write a book about his life. It's a pity he turned that game around. We're just commenting to something which is on the. Someone made a comment about Alex Higgins. Sad. Some people thought he wasn't good for the game at the very end, but he made snooker a lot of money. But he was always okay to me, and I seen him, exhibitions with kids and all that stuff. He was very good. Sometimes with players like that, all you hear is the bad stuff, and so back to this game here. Frank has a very good chance here to try and redeem himself.
Well, when you say that, I'll mention a controversial pool player, Earl Strickland. A lot of people, he's made friends and enemies, but I tell you one thing about Earl, he's done a lot of things for kids in hospitals, and makes anonymous donations whenever he can. I've heard some really great things about Earl through a good friend of his, Mark Cantrell. Mm-hmm. And it almost Earl would almost get upset if he were to know we were talking about it. So I'll leave it at that. But
yeah. I think where Earl just had a hard time with the change of the game. It's he feels like the game has got a lot easier. But if you look at some of the old YouTube of Earl Strickland, excellent. But I had the opportunity to play golf with Earl Strickland in Vegas one year. Good golfer, excellent on the golf course. Doesn't get mad, doesn't fling clubs, doesn't do nothing. So that's his reliefs. Chris Archer too was there. Now Frank here he's taking his time, and he just a little bit of drawback off this 8 ball, and
he should be okay here. He should be out.
Well,
this is the game.
Yeah, this is a formality. Just come off the rail and play the 10 and the center pocket.
Tough action playing with
Good
a broken
shot,
foot, though, I tell you.
Yeah. Plus, I was talking about the heat as well. That can't help either. There you go. Good game, Frank. He put a few balls together there, and I wouldn't be surprised if this match goes all the way. As you know, Daniel, this is a game of momentum, and you start making a couple of balls and your opponent starts thinking, or if you get too far ahead, you think, oh, this is I have it, and then before you know it, you're behind.
Yeah, it really is. I want to thank some of our sponsors: Virtual Pool 4, Marty Carey's Jump Cue, West State Billiards, Mezz Cues. It's been an exciting 9 months with the MZWST State Tour, their first season.
Chill. No, go down.
scratch on the break.
Scratch on the
So
break.
Frank will take ball. I mean, Paul will take ball in hand.
Notice that Frank's starting to stroke the ball a little bit better now. He's starting to.
He's loosening up a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Who knows? I mean, it's not that big of a swing right now. It's
No.
only 5-3. So
he may elect just to. Yeah. So he has a window here with the, you know, the 7 ball over the pocket here. So the 4 ball makes that 4 ball, the pocket, real big. That's good. Hit it.
You're just watching to see what would happen.
He's trying to draw back here. Watch the 9. Oh, got a lucky break there. Maybe. Wow. He just jawed it in the pocket, just nearly scratched. And he played the draw off the 6 and they clipped off the 9 and left it in the pocket. So he's going to hard shot to come back up for the 8 right here. I think he may have an angle, but it is a tough shot. You try to force this, sometimes the ball leaves the table, but I don't know how deep he is in the pocket. As you can see, he's had a very hard time. Yeah.
that's going to hurt.
Yeah, he miscued and double kissed it in the but he got a little fortunate there that he's on the 8. This is a speed shot right here. He's going back up. Oh, a nice kiss. Nice kiss on the 10. Wow. A little fortunate right there. You know, it's amazing how it goes. It's a tough game. You get a double kiss on the 7. You get a nice kiss on the 9. And you're you know, Frank's shaking his head. He should push that off. Race to 7.
Yeah, this is an even race to 7.
And Paul is up 6 games to 3. So Paul's on the hill now. If it's a race to 7. There was an interesting thing what happened there. They both broke out of turn. So they decided Frank broke the last rack. And he wasn't supposed to break the last rack. And the previous one, Paul broke the rack. He wasn't supposed to do it. So they decided to let Frank break, put it back in order.
Right, alternate, yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to lose track. I lose track with alternate break too.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes forget who broke first. So then, you know, if both players do that, then you're you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Reflip? What do you do?
Well, they just decided that they, you know, let's put it back in the same order.
That'll be ball in hand. So
It's a little.
let's put your theory to the test here. You know, you said that Frank was loosening up a little bit. Let's see how he does here. This is not an easy run out either.
Trying to get on that 3 ball. And the only shot I can see that either he can come back and kiss it open, or he can. Yes, he tried to do that.
He's going to bump into it, and you know what?
He got a little break.
Look at it. He's got a shot on the 3 to the corner pocket. I do think it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward, that'll go in. Now looking forward in this rack, where does the 5 go? Because I don't think it passes the 7 to the corner. He may, if this goes to the side, he may bump into the 10-5.
Well, there is a shot, but if you weren't down so much, you would.
Oh, look
wow.
what he did. He just did Paul a favor, didn't he? Oh, and he hit the 9 first. That's brutal.
You know, for being a one-pocket player, I thought Frank could have banked across to the right-hand center pocket.
Yeah, that's not a bad shot either. The cross bank.
But when you're, 6-3 down, it's very hard to.
He's kind of,
go for that.
He's out of sorts right now. He's kind of under the gun. He's injured. I know he was up late last night because I ran into them.
Oh yeah, he was practicing for hours yesterday.
Yeah, he was playing. Gosh, who was he playing last night? He was playing for a while too.
He needs to be commended to just, show up and, bear it out. It's just,
We've seen Frank actually come to hard times several times this year and in 2014. So he's been coming down to visit.
Yeah.
And he's played a couple of the first Sunday tournaments.
He loves the game. He supports it.
Uh-oh.
There's a shot I mentioned earlier on. A lot of pool players don't like you using that bridge. You can see that he's throwing his elbow into it, throwing his shoulder into it, and so if you pool players out there, practice with that. It's and a lot of people are afraid of it. It's a great tool. You can see what happened there. This may bring him back in here. So. I can't see what happened. It's a tough shot right here. He hit that 7 pretty hard, and I think he tried to come on further. And what shot would you play here with this? You may just play the safety.
Yeah, that shot's good enough.
A little too hard, maybe.
He's kind of two-stroking, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's frustrated.
The shot there was to try and leave it tight on the rail and not push it towards the pocket.
Definitely not the demeanor of a man who thinks he can still win, So. Oh wow! Did you see how well he thinned that 9-ball?
That's a great shot.
And look at this cue ball straight to
For all
the
you
rail.
snooker players out there, that's how you do play safe. That's how the shots you play all the time over there.
Boy, I want to ask him what his aiming system is because I actually have trouble with that shot. That shot comes up a lot in rotation pool, and it's not easy to pull off consistently, at least.
I don't know about aiming system. It's just a lot of practice with that. It's like you practice that shot, and sometimes you gotta be careful with if you are playing a little bit of English on it, so you don't want it to swerve away from the ball or swerve towards the ball. So. So I think this game is over here right now. Good shot in the 9. He's straight in on the 10. Just.
Yeah, that'll do it, guys. Frank Robutz loses his first match to Paul Silva, and Paul will move on to his next match. Be sure to check out the live bracket on POVPOOL.com. Simply check out the Top Gun real-time feed page, and you'll find various picks and updates along with the live bracket that we have created. Thanks to Geraldine Thibodeau for providing all the back-end support to update that real-time feed page for us. She is stuck at the real estate office she works at, and she's, you know, making her time useful while she's there with us, making her time useful with us, and also taking real estate inquiries. So
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot of work for you guys, you know, to keep this up and running. And I'm looking at all the equipment here and all the. It's mind-boggling what you know. What it really is. It's mind-boggling, and how you can maneuver from camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, camera 5.
yeah,
And
but my mind is often boggled too. So
yeah,
people see me walking around like
yeah,
chicken with my head cut off. Sometimes it's because I'm boggled.
yeah.
Anyway, let's continue now. We're going to catch this match between Tommy Lips and Paul Jacques, Bob Jacques. And it looks like Bo Runnigan will be coming to this table, to the live stream table, and I'm going to get an update as to which match that actually is. So thanks for watching, guys.